Day as an apprentice electrician. As soon as I wake up, I usually give my cat some food, since it's always extremely hungry in the morning. I'm used to waking up at 5 o'clock just so I have enough time to go for a walk in the morning. It's a very nice and pleasant way for me to wake up in the morning, since I'm usually very tired. I like to go to this spot because the view is very nice. The city is completely silent and there's not a lot of cars around. After having finished my morning walk, it's time to eat breakfast. My usual breakfast consists of tea, oatmeal and some yogurt, and this keeps me full until lunch. My go-to lunch is 8 pieces of bread, some ham, and a little cheese, and you'll understand why in a second. I'm heading off to work, and today we're going to mount some intercoms. At the moment I'm working at a new apartment building, and today I'm going to install all 11 intercoms. If you don't know what an intercom is, it's basically a device that lets the person inside the apartment talk with another person standing outside of the apartment. This allows them to open the door from the inside. This is the first apartment where we're going to install the intercom. The device looks like this, and it's basically just a tiny screen with some buttons on it. To get this done, we're going to install this bracket, which is going to hold the unit in place. As you can see, there's two cables coming out from the box in the wall. And these are the cables that we're going to connect to the intercom. One of the cables goes out to the doorbell, while the other goes to the fuse box in the other side of the apartment. When it's correctly connected, we just have to push the cables back into the box, and then we can mount the unit on the bracket. Last but not least, we have to double check that it's leveled, and when that's done, we can move on to the next one. It's leveled and it looks fine, so we can move on to the next one. At around 11 o'clock, I used to eat lunch. Me and my colleague has recently invested in one of these. It's basically a very fancy toaster. Our previous toaster was pretty inexpensive and cheap, so it didn't take a lot of time before it broke. Instead of eating dry bread at work, I make toasts at home, take them to work, and cook them there. It's cooked all over, the cheese is melted, and it didn't take a lot of time. Now we just sit back, relax, and enjoy our break. The break lasts for 30 minutes, So at 12 o'clock, I get back to work. All 11 intercoms have been installed, and it's time to move on to something a little different. Now we're going to do what's called a final inspection, or in Norwegian, sluttkontroll. This is the phase where we check that every outlet in the apartment has earth. If you don't know a lot about electrician stuff, it's basically a safety measurement that keeps us from getting shocked if we touch things around the apartment. For example, a sink or something else that's made of metal. And as you can see by the reading on the display, this tells us that there's a connection between the fuse box and the outlets. This is a very important thing, and in order to check that this is okay, we have to use an instrument like this. So now we have to check every single outlet in the apartment to verify that this is all in order. The final phase, called sluttkontroll or final inspection, has many aspects of it, and there's a lot of tests that has to be done. But I won't go into that in this video. When we've completed the final inspection, we can move on to assembling the fuse box. There are also a lot of stickers that has to be placed inside the fuse box. And these stickers helps us to locate the different things around the apartment. I finish work at 15:30, and since I live in Larvik and work in Sandefjord, it takes me 20 minutes to drive home. So this means I'm back home at around 4 o'clock. Usually at this time my parents have made dinner, so the first thing I do when I get home from work is to eat dinner together with them. After having eaten dinner with my family, I take off my uniform and jump into the shower. Up next is the impossible task of drying my hair. This is the part of the day which varies the most from day to day. Some days I watch a movie at home, other days I go and hang out with friends, but today I'm going to play some Yakuro. This is for a future YouTube video, so hopefully you'll see this on the channel pretty soon. I have one thing to say about this game. It's very fun, but extremely difficult. When the clock hits 20:30, it's time to get ready for bed, and this includes brushing my teeth. I usually go to bed at around 9 o'clock so that I can get 8 hours of sleep, since I wake up at 5 o'clock. Before going to sleep, I like to read, not just because it's very interesting, but because I get extremely sleepy, which makes for a very effective method to fall asleep. At the moment I'm reading a book called Sapiens, and it's by far one of my favorite books. The book is all about evolution and how us humans have changed and developed through the history. So if you're interested in some of these topics, I would really recommend reading this book. And as you can see, I'm slowly closing in on the end of the book. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.